In this video, I want to show you how authority develops in the nervous system and how you can begin training your body to hold it. If you are someone who feels pulled in 100 directions, constantly trying to keep up with life, your job, your family, your ambitions, and at the same time you have this inner knowing that you are meant to feel powerful and meant to have more from life, but something inside you still feels tense, reactive, or off, then this video is for you. Real authority doesn't start with confidence and power and having it all together. It doesn't start with taking space either. It starts inside your nervous system. What many people call queen or king energy is simply the nervous system's capacity to hold authority. And here's what most people get wrong. In order to really work with queen or king's energy, there is one step prior to it, and that is the hermit. Before authority comes the hermit. Before your nervous system can hold authority, it first has to learn how to observe instead of react. Because authority isn't about controlling other people, it's about remaining connected to yourself. It's about being able to stand calm, grounded, and steady, even when life around you is chaotic. I've been practicing this myself my whole life, in my childhood, but also more consciously at my job with the demanding quality manager, at home with 3 kids, and now while stepping into public visibility on YouTube. So here's the deal. Your body decides how much expansion, visibility, responsibility it feels safe enough to hold in your nervous system. And the hermit is about going inward, observing instead of reacting, listening to what is happening in the body, feeling what is happening inside you, observing your patterns, regulating yourself, holding your own energy in the quiet first, and slowing your inner pace. All those things are contributing for the outer magnetism to grow. Outer magnetism grows from inner stability. So let me show you 2 practices that help me build a nervous system that could actually hold authority. The nervous system doesn't learn from inside, it learns from repetition. Practice number 1 is slow down internally. You can work fast, you can run around in your life and be doing much and have a busy life. The goal isn't a slower life. The goal is a slower nervous system, a safe nervous system. I started to slow my inner pace in the weekends. I had 3 kids, I had a to-do list. Sometimes we had some guests coming for dinner that night, and I had a big to-do list in my head, and I just said to myself, you are doing those things slowly, and you are just doing in your own pace with no rush. And I just wrote them down, and I went into ease. I consciously went to ease inside myself. I went into feeling safe in my body, and then I started the to-do list. I had promised myself no rush is allowed. When I rush with a task, then I am going to step myself back from the task. This practice changed a whole lot for me. It actually gave me evidence that I could manage to do a whole lot more, and not in a stressful way, but in a deserving way. I deserve to do this. I deserve to have guests over. I deserve to have a nice looking house, a clean house, and I deserve to have all this and not being stressed. And what I manage to do, I do. The rest doesn't matter, because I could not handle to do it in that time frame that I had, naturally. I also have my kids. This works, this one. Practice number 2 is holding your center. When somebody challenges you, disagrees with you, or criticizes you, or even gives you a compliment and you get a bit shy, or, I can be shy if somebody gives me a compliment. Don't know what to do, or I have to immediately give one back because it's awkward, right? So I have learned just to receive, or when somebody expects something from you that you are not feeling comfortable giving. Don't react immediately when those things happen. Go down and feel your body and respond from your center. And sometimes this is going so slowly that I do not get to respond, and that's okay because it's a practice. You are teaching your nervous system I can stay connected to myself even under pressure. This is how your nervous system begins to embody authority in your system, in your life. At my job in that cake factory where I worked 6 months ago, I had a very challenging quality manager. She was very micromanaging. Some years ago, when I was younger, that would have stressed me a lot, and I would have wanted to do more to prove myself to her. Feeling pressured, becoming even reactive, my patterns would be triggered, that I am not good enough. Every time she came over, and she did that almost every day, I was very conscious that I was going to be inside my center. Now I would slow down internally, intentionally. I would feel my body, refusing to let the environment regulate my nervous system. I was regulating my nervous system. I was here. I was the authority in my life, even at the factory. This practice of staying in your center happens in small moments. One of the most profound ways that I have noticed in my life is around teeth brushing. I noticed that I always tensed up, and fingers were tensed when I hold the brush, and I brushed very hard. I pressed the brush very hard into my teeth. Your limits are often not psychological, they are physiological. So I've been aware about that. Where do I actually tense up? Relax in those moments. Your nervous system is always practicing something. The only question is what it's practicing. And ask yourself, can I soften here? How do I soften here? Because sovereignty isn't built during huge life events. It's actually built in hundreds of ordinary moments like teeth brushing or going to work every day and practicing sovereignty, to practicing being in your center, standing by yourself. And this Queen and King's archetypal energy doesn't require a perfect life. You don't need those outer things as a luxury lifestyle and slow mornings, a perfect routine and endless self-care. You can build this authoritative energy while managing kids and your house and your career and jobs and everyday responsibilities. The external life matters far less than your internal stability. Circumstances doesn't actually really matter in this sense. It's the inner state, inner stability that actually matters. You can slowly change that from those small moments as toothbrushing, how you act at the store, when you're doing groceries, when you're picking your kids up from school, when you're speaking to your boss, with your work colleagues, when you are working with your nervous system within all those situations. Through all those situations, you can modulate your nervous system baseline to be more calm, more authoritative, more safe. And herefrom, your circumstances will change because your circumstances depend on your inner state. And as your nervous system becomes more regulated, your presence changes. People experience you differently. Your decisions become clearer. Opportunities begin to flow more naturally. And not because you are pretending to be confident or that you are showing off or pretending anything really, just because you've become deeply rooted in yourself. So, this authoritative archetypal energy is not something that you perform. It's something that your nervous system has learned to hold. And once your body feels safe holding authority, you stop chasing. You simply become it. I'll see you in the next video.